guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome to today's budget setup video. Today we're going to be setting up our paycheck that hits today, the 26th of January. Before we do that though, I wanted to let you guys know how this previous paycheck went. So I actually already closed everything out. I'll probably do that moving forward just to make this video a little bit quicker. But all of our bills did come out, so I went through and checked them all off. The Toyota Sienna car payment hit today. That is our minimum payment plus extra. We are trying to pay that off as fast as we can. And then for our paycheck over here, I was able to add in like all the income. That all went as planned. Our bills completely went as planned. And then for our expenses here, we were just a little bit under on gas, and that was pretty much it. It was a pretty smooth sailing pay period, which I am very grateful for. So I did change some things a little bit for my budget. So what I did here is I actually, instead of having individual folders for like January, February, March, and all of that, I am just gonna keep the current paycheck budget I'm working on here, and then when it's done, I'll put it in this little completed folder. So that's what I'm gonna do with this pay period one, but I am going to duplicate it first because we're gonna set it up for the 26th of January. So I made a copy of that, and then I'm gonna put this completed paycheck budget, I'm going to put it in the completed folder. And I feel like that'll just make things a little bit easier to find. So I'm just going to put it in there, move to completed, and then we're all set. So I'll have the current paycheck budget in here. I'll have the budget calendar, which we are moving into February for this pay period. So I'm going to grab a February budget calendar here in just a moment. And then this is going to be the 26th. Done. And then all I need to do with this is I'm actually gonna just, I want to eventually, I haven't had a chance yet, I'm just gonna clear the page. I want to eventually type out everything and save them as elements so I can just pull them in really quickly. But the only downside with that though, actually, that I'm thinking about it, is that the like due dates of bills and stuff the bills and stuff will be different. The expenses will be pretty much the same. The bills will be different here and there based on like the dates of the pay period, if that makes sense. But anyway, so I'm gonna keep that blank, and then we're going to go over to my dashboard library. I'm gonna go to my 2024 months, and I've been using version 2 because it has a little sidebar, which I prefer. And we need our February dashboard. I like to use a Sunday start, and I like to use the landscape. So I am going to rename this and put February budget calendar. And I have been actually, if I can, oops, get back. Well, that's okay. We'll just hit return, and then we will move that into our 2024 planner, into the budget section, move to budget, and then I'll go back to my 2024 planner, go back to budget, and there it is right there. But I do want to rename this to have like a 2 before it, just so it's in order. And you guys will see what I mean when I come back out here. So notice how it says 1, 2, like I want it to be in order that way. If I kept it alphabetical, it would be out of order. So anyways, I like to leave this stuff like as the first few documents that are listed, and then the rest like afterwards. So, because they're the documents that I go into the most. Not that it matters a whole ton. I feel like I'm gonna keep this pretty clear enough to where, you know, I'll be able to find things very easily, but I just like having things in like the top row here and all of that. So anywho, let's go ahead and get going on our February budget calendar, get that set up first. So that's gonna be really easy. All I am going to do is I am actually going to come over here, and I'm going to copy these purple ones here. It should be sized the same. So, right, because is there, so 6 weeks, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, so, okay. So our paychecks in February are the 9th and they are the 23rd. Paste that. The 23rd. And then I am going to go ahead, and I like to use this gray box. You can use it for whatever you want, but it's there to use for your mini months. So I am going to pull those up. Let's see. I think I have them somewhere. I've been doing taxes, so I just don't want to like share something I shouldn't be. Okay, so here's my mini calendars. So I am going to do the March, just to look at the next few paycheck dates, March Sunday, and I'm just going to save that image, come back to GoodNotes, and then I'm going to go down here, go to my photos, and put that in. So I'm just going to make that the size it needs to be. And it looks like our first paycheck in March, I'm gonna use my highlighter. It's gonna be the 8th and the 22nd. I like to just kind of see what the upcoming pay period looks like. Like I know the 23rd of January, that's gonna cover all of the expenses up through up through March 7th. So, okay. And then this is actually gonna be a different color based on, yeah, I color code. So anyways, I feel like I am so scatterbrained today. Okay, so let's go ahead and actually this is not gonna be purple either. It's just gonna be, okay, so hang on. Maybe I should do this another time, but I'm just gonna put the bills for this pay period in and then I will do this at a different time because apparently my brain is not working very well today. I honestly, we had kind of just not like a hard homeschool day. It was fine. It was just a long one. Like our science lesson was really long. All the lessons were really long today. So I feel like my brain is just so fatigued today. So I think that has a lot to do with it. But, okay, so this is going to be for the 26th of January, and I'm going to go over here too and get my budget stickers and just pick colors. My dogs are going crazy if you guys can hear them. I'm going to pick some colors for the next pay period just to mark the pay period, but I'll still wait to put the bills in because honestly I am not really feeling like doing that right now. But I'll show you guys the next time that I film a budget video, I'll show you. There it is. And I'll do yellow. Why not? We'll do some different, or should I do red and kind of make it Valentine's Day-ish? I'll do that. Even though I don't even do anything for Valentine's Day, that's okay. So I like to, if I'm trying to get something the same size, I like to just come over here and I'll make it smaller intentionally first. And then I'll kind of, there's something on my screen. I'll kind of, it doesn't have to be perfect, but I'll sort of make it a similar size. So the 9th and the 23rd. Okay, so I can at least mark my pay days in there. And then as far as the bills are concerned, I'm gonna pop over to my January budget calendar here. And what I should do actually is take my lasso and I am going to just copy all this. And some of it won't show on the February budget calendar because it's the 26th, which is before this week, but that's okay because I'll show you what we're gonna do here. So I'm gonna delete these and I'm just gonna put this over here and I'm gonna put this over here and then I'm gonna put HOA and solar panels will go here and gym and gymnastics. Those all come out on the 1st, so I'll just do the 31st and the 1st. Editing Stephanie here. One thing that I did fail to mention when filming this is that we did cancel gymnastics for Julia for moving forward until she can get approved for the ESA program here in Arizona. We just need to cut back on expenses. So sad about it, but it's just temporary. Hopefully when she gets approved this summer, we can get her back into gymnastics. But just wanted to mention that because you're not going to see that expense listed under the bills for the paycheck budget. And it's because it is canceled. So just wanted to mention that, and back to the video. And then we do have some bills due on the 6th actually. So I'm gonna copy this again. So on the 6th we have, and hopefully, there we go. The copy paste thing has not been fixed yet, and I don't understand why. But 2 bills due on the 6th. So we have our APS. APS is due, and that is for $75.35. And then water and trash is due. And that is $90.23. So those are all the bills. Let me make sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, those are all the bills that the 26th of January is going to cover. And then, like I said, I'll go in at a different time when I'm not feeling so brain tired and I'll fill in the other bills. But we're just focusing on the 26th, so that's fine. So I like to put all my bills here. I like to do my pay periods. I like to color code, so I'll use the bill due stickers that match this one here, the pink. So these budget stickers come with all the budget products. So you get date dots, you get these bill due, the pay date, everything. And then I like to just match things up by color coding, just so I know, like, okay, the purple pay period, that's, you know, covering these purple bill dues. The pink one is gonna cover the pink bills. The red one is gonna cover the red bills, and so on and so forth. And then, like I said, I like to kind of see what the pay period upcoming is looking like. And then the last thing I'll do actually is I'll grab this gas one, because I do like to put gas, although most of the time it doesn't, I don't really need this because we're only usually just filling up once in a pay period. Our car is hybrid, so it lasts for quite some time with gas. We typically only need to fill it up once every 2 weeks, if even that. So, but I'll put that there just in case we do need it, in case we're doing extra driving or something. So anyways, that is the budget calendar. Now let's go on over to the actual paycheck. And I wrote a whole bunch of chicken scratch over here. So I'm gonna be referring to that as we're setting things up. So as far as income, our income comes from our salaries. So those will hit on the 26th. We have Andrew's salary. He is on the wait list, I guess, for Instacart. There's a wait list for it. So we're hoping that he'll be able to bring in some extra income here pretty soon, because we really want to get the van paid off as quickly as we can. And then we have our rollover and miscellaneous. So for Andrew's salary, that is $1,399.58. And I'm gonna grab my little grip over here because my hand is starting to cramp. When it's cold and rainy and stuff, I notice that my hand tends to cramp a lot easier. So this grip really helps. Okay, and then my salary is $1,745.17. Our rollover is $984.27. And for miscellaneous, we're gonna put 0. Although we are expecting to get some cash back rewards from our Citibank credit card this month, but you know, it's never a guaranteed thing. Like sometimes it's delayed or whatever, or I don't know. So I don't like to count on that necessarily. So our total income for this pay period is $4,129.02. And that rollover includes like a minimum amount that we keep in our checking account. It's kind of weird the way we do it. We have like a buffer in our checking account, and then we have like a rollover minimum, and like it's all just broken up a little weird, plus like whatever is left over from the previous pay period. I just kind of look at all of like our whole checking account, all of our accounts. We're really not using a credit card anymore other than our Citibank credit card, or not Citi, is it Citibank? Our Costco card for gas, and then that's it. So I look at kind of all that stuff, and then that determines our rollover. We also did get some reimbursements from the state for their like scholarship program for homeschooling, so that's factored in this as well. So that's kind of what goes into the rollover. It's me reconciling everything, making sure everything's paid, what's our balance in our checking, like that kind of thing. How much of what's in our checking is like staying and not going towards anything, because it's our buffer, and it's all that kind of stuff. So that's income. And then we get into bills. So for bills, on the 27th, we have T-Mobile, and that amount is $150 that we're budgeting. So that's that one. Sorry for the light. I just noticed that that's like, I don't know. This lighting situation is fun. Okay. And then we have on the 26th, actually, so I'm gonna move this down one because I like them to be in order. On the 26th, we're gonna set aside half of the February mortgage. We do that from each paycheck, half the mortgage, just to kind of have it all set up so that way when the first of the month rolls around, we have enough in there. That factors into the rollover too, so I have to like factor that in, how much needs to stay here for the mortgage. I used to do like a parking, like a paycheck or like a mortgage parking account. I might do that again just to kind of keep the money separate from our checking account, because otherwise it does get confusing a little bit. But that amount is $788.95. And then between that and then half the mortgage that we saved on the 12th of January, we'll have our full mortgage payment ready to go for the 1st of February. So that's kind of how it works. We're paying the next month's mortgage with the current month's income, if that makes sense. So that's that. And then on the 1st of February, we have our HOA, and that's $126.95. On the 1st of February, we also have our solar panels, and that's $250.06. And then we have on the 1st of February our gym membership, and that's $90, rounded up. It's usually somewhere around there. And then we have on the 6th of February, we have APS, and that amount is $75.35. Once our van is paid off, I think we're gonna tackle the solar panels next. I don't know, we're trying to decide, because like the interest rate, our interest rate on our house is super low because we got in at like just the right time before the rate started going up. It's 2.99%. So it's really low, but so I thought the solar panels would be next, but the solar panels interest rate, I guess, is even lower than the house. So I think we're gonna maybe tackle the house, but I don't know. I feel like obviously the balance on the solar panels is much lower. So to me, it would make more sense to like just knock that out real quick and like be rid of that monthly payment. So I don't know. What do you guys think? Let me know, because Andrew and I are kind of at odds with that. I sort of think we should tackle the solar panels, just get it done. But then he was saying like do the mortgage because the interest rate's higher. So I don't know. What would you guys do? Let me know. Water and trash is the next one. and that's $90.23, also due on the 6th. And that's it as far as bills are concerned. So that's all good to go. So our total for bills is $1,571.54. And our total remaining then, let me see here. So 4129.02 minus 1571.54, I think accidentally, yep, equals $2,557.48. So that's where we're at with that. And then we get into expenses, which I do have cash to stuff our envelopes. So we'll do that here in just a little bit. So our first expense is groceries. Then we have gas. Then we have household, which is like paper towels, toothpaste, you know, things like that. Then we have entertainment, which that's like eating out and going bowling, whatever we may do as a family. Babysitting, that pays the babysitters who watch our kids when we're at Bible study on Thursdays. Then we have the puppies, that's for like vet visits and food and treats and all that kind of stuff. Then there's pocket money for Andrew. And pocket money for me. And pocket money is for like if we need haircuts, if we need socks, like all that kind of stuff. If I need to get more like makeup or whatever, that's kind of what that's for. And then we also have to pay for piano on the 1st of January or 1st of February. So our budget for groceries, that's been working really well for us, is $400 every 2 weeks. Works really well because Andrew does like to stock up on things, so I feel like it gives us that wiggle room we need. Like if there's a certain meat on sale at the store, we'll grab 2 instead of 1. And if like, you know, Costco coupons, like whatever it may be, it just gives us that like ability to stock up on things when things go on sale. For gas, $50 has been plenty for that. Household, we're gonna do 60, a lot of the same numbers here. Entertainment's gonna be 80. Then we have our babysitters, they are paid $10 every Thursday. And there's 2 Thursdays, so 20. Then the puppies get 60. Pocket money, that actually goes onto our Chime cards. So I did get a question about our Chime cards. I haven't done a ton of research on different checking accounts. I just had one of my good friends in the neighborhood recommend Chime to me because it's super low maintenance. There's no fees whatsoever. There's no like direct deposit requirement or minimum balance requirement or anything like that. There's an ATM that uses it really close to us, so if we want to take out cash we can. And yeah, the bank that we're with, which is Chase, they have all of those things. They have fees and requirements and blah, blah, blah. So that's why we did the Chime cards, and it gives us the ability to purchase things online. It gives us the ability to purchase gifts for each other, or to like, you know, continue to date each other. So Andrew can take me out for a date and use his Chime card. I can take him out for a date and use my Chime card, and then it like feels more date-like, if that makes any sense. So that's kind of why we do the Chime cards. Both of us prefer the Chime. Like I was saying, my camera cut off, but both of us prefer the Chime versus like cash and stuff, because there are things that I purchase on Amazon and, you know, all that. We are trying to get away more from online purchases, but it's just easier, you know. So yeah, anyways, that's that. And then for piano, that's gonna be $270 because she has 9 lessons this month and they are $30 each. So our total expenses is $1,040 for this pay period. And then that means if we take 2,557.48 minus 1040. That gives us a total of $1,517.48. So we have to kind of decide, and we're still undecided on this, like how much of this. Oh, one thing we are gonna have to pay for in January. So actually I just answered my own question. So I think this is all just gonna go to savings. And I know you guys can barely see it, sorry about that. But I think this is just gonna go to savings because we are gonna have car maintenance coming up for the van. There's a good chance we're gonna need new tires, which is very unfortunate. So I have no idea how expensive that's gonna be. So we need to pay for that. A couple expenses you guys did not see in the last pay period that just came out of our miscellaneous savings was we registered Maddie for church camp. So they had their big kickoff for camp. Camp's not till May, but the spots fill up very quickly. So we registered her right away for that. And then Andrew had to go and get an eye exam and contacts. So that definitely chewed into our savings between those expenses. So we want to put that all into savings, and then we're gonna have to eventually pay for the car maintenance at some point. I don't remember when the appointment is, but it's early in February. So all of that is gonna go into our miscellaneous savings. So we currently do not have any sinking funds because we honestly just don't have room in the budget for it. And that's just the unfortunate truth of it. So maybe eventually that'll change, but for now I'm actually just gonna like not cross that out because I think that's gonna look messy. So maybe eventually that'll change. I would like to get a Christmas sinking fund going. I would like to do like the essentials, house maintenance, like things like that, but for now we're not doing any. Additional debt payments, same thing. We are putting more to the car as like our regular payment, but we want to obviously do more than that. But right now we're just really focusing on beefing up savings because I feel like we just don't have enough. And then we have savings, which we're gonna be putting all of that into our miscellaneous savings. And that just kind of covers all of that. So $1,517.48 is what we're putting into, oh, wrong section. Let's move that down here. So yeah, nothing to debt, nothing to sinking funds. And that's, I think, just what we're gonna do for now. So that takes care of that. I'm gonna fill out this section later because I don't want this video to be so long, and it already is so long. So I can't like film shorter videos to save my life. But a few of you have mentioned that you like the long videos, so God bless you for that. Okay, let's fill up some envelopes, shall we? Get this done. And then I've got lots to do still. Okay, so we're gonna start with Mando and Cara. I have their envelope here. So they have a total, Andrew just got them food, and he got them some like treats and stuff. So we have 20, 40, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49 in there. And then we're gonna add another 60. So that's gonna give them 109, if I'm doing my math correctly. Again, my brain's kind of tired, so another 60 going into their envelope. And all this cash just stays in there. We let it build, kind of treat it almost like a sinking fund because vet visits can be very expensive. So we're just kind of letting this build as we're able to. So that takes care of that. Entertainment's the next one I see here. So, whoa, there's like hair or something all over this. Oh, it's like shedding. Interesting. So we still do have our movie tickets. The girls still really want to go see Migration, so we're gonna do that maybe this upcoming weekend. But other than that, it's totally empty. We did go out for a date night, which was super fun, and pretty much all the money went to date night, and then Andrew did go and play golf, and he used some of it for that. So we have 20, 40, 60, and 80 going to entertainment. There we go. That one's good. And then we have babysitting. This $10 is gonna go tonight. I'm actually filming this on Thursday, so we're gonna go to Bible study tonight. So that'll go with us then. And then we have two $10 bills for the next 2 Thursdays. So that takes care of babysitting. Then we have household, which is all gone, and we're putting 60 in there. So 20, 40, 60 going into household. Next we have piano, which is gonna be 270. So 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 20, 40, 60, 80, 2, 20, oh my goodness, 40, 60, and then 10. Let me make sure that this is correct. So 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 20, 40, 60, 82, 20, 40, 60, and 70. So 270 going to piano. So that takes care of piano. And then last but not least, we have groceries. So for groceries, we're doing 400. So 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 20, 40, 60, 80, 100. That was 400, I'm sure, but 20, 40, 60, 81, 20, 40, 60, 82, 20, 40, 60, 83, 20, 40, 60, 84, 400 for groceries. And that's for the pay period. So that takes care of all of our envelopes here. I do have all of these things that we use for budgeting linked down below. Everything on my iPad is from my Etsy shop, Planning to Prosper, but our envelopes are all stuffed and ready to go for the pay period, which is fantastic. So we can actually go ahead and mark these things off. So 400 for groceries, 60 for household. Gas, we still have 3/4 of a tank, so we'll see if we end up needing any gas. But entertainment we took out, and babysitting we took out, the puppies we took out, and the piano. And I still need to do the transfers for the Chime accounts, but that takes care of our cash. And yeah, and then yeah, other than that, it is all set to go. Sorry, there's commotion going on in the background. But that is it for this pay period. It is all set up, envelopes are stuffed, and the paycheck itself is all set up and ready to go. So that is pretty much it for today, you guys. Sorry if I seemed a little bit scatterbrained. It's just been one of those days, let me tell you. It was a fun day though. We learned about lizards today, which was really fun, but it was just like a really long lesson about lizards. So, and then, yeah, Maddie's like language arts lesson was just really long, and her math was really long, and so it was just a longer school day than normal. But it was good though. But it's, yeah, it's kind of hard working after all of that. Sometimes, I mean, sometimes most of the time I'm totally fine, but today I just feel really spent. So, but yeah, that's pretty much it. So again, I hope you guys enjoyed seeing this little setup video and the changes that I made to my setup. I feel like this is gonna work really, really great for me. It has been so far. So I will see you next Friday for a little check-in video. And for Wednesday, I got some really great ideas of doing like maybe a Q&A for digital planning and using GoodNotes and stuff like that. Kind of doing like, you know, some tutorials and like a tutorial tip type of video, and then also like a day in the life of my iPad, which I thought that would be really fun. You guys really have been loving the video I put up this past Wednesday showing my iPad mini setup, so I'm glad that you guys are enjoying that video. It was different than what I normally do here, and that's kind of what I'm going for now. I just want to kind of change things up a little bit. So if you have any other ideas for next Wednesday's video, let me know. I'm kind of leaning towards, well, I like both the ideas of the iPad. My organization, I did get a question about my organization or just a request for it. It's pretty simple. I put my new releases, my P2P stuff, which I can't show because it's like products in progress. All my stickers go here. If I'm not using a kit for a long time, I usually put it in my Dropbox just to save space on my iPad. But yeah, so that's pretty straightforward. I don't use notebooks. I just use my own products and folders, and that's pretty much it. But and then I do share like more about this actually in my 2024 planner setup. So if you're curious how things are organized, definitely check out that video. It went up not too long ago. By now it's like about a month ago, something like that. But it went up recently, like end of December, beginning of January, I think, somewhere around there. And yeah, but if you guys have any other requests or ideas for videos, definitely let me know. I would like to keep them like digital planning related, iPad related, stuff like that. I am gonna, oh, you know what's going up next Wednesday? What am I talking about? I am going to be sharing my monthly plan with me. That's gonna be next Wednesday's video, because that's the 31st. So, and then after that will be new releases, because it'll be the first Wednesday of February, which is our new releases are on the first and third Wednesday of the month, and then the other Wednesdays go to other videos, but the last Wednesday is typically my plan with me for the next month, which I am gonna film that in real time, and I think I might switch out my screen protector for a paper one, because I am obsessed. If you guys saw this past Wednesday's video, I am just falling more and more in love with that paper screen protector. It is amazing. It totally changes the whole experience of using your iPad, and it makes me want to use it more, which is great. I mean, I use it all the time and I love using it, but it just makes me want to use it even more, which is crazy. So anywho, that's pretty much it though. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Again, if you did, please give this video a thumbs up. It helps me out so much. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you all next week for my monthly plan with me that I just realized needs to go up next week. So woo! All right, I hope you all have a fabulous weekend, and I will chat with y'all later. Bye.